Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. We're finally here. My top 5, my top 40 creature features. Had a lot of fun doing this. Didn't expect it to kind of get out of hand and go up to a top 40, but glad it did. And for the people who have been watching every episode of this, I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Like I said, this kind of took on a life of its own. Normally I do top 25s, top 20s, stuff like that, but this one, like I said, took on kind of a life of its own. So without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 5, The Blob remake. This movie was actually one I wasn't quite fond of the first time. I believe I said that in my remakes video, but I think there were circumstances for that one. So, but I really do love it now. It's a great film. It's definitely one of those that gets a little bit better every time I see it. But yeah, definitely a fantastic film. Would love to have had the Twilight Time version of it, but I know that goes for crazy money nowadays. But coming in at number 5 is The Blob remake. Coming in at number 4, the original Predator. Now, I know a lot of people consider this like an action film, but I do consider it an action film plus a kind of like a horror action film, sci-fi film. It has a little bit of everything in it. And I still think the creature design is one of the best ever invented. I do love this film. Fantastic. Definitely one of the better ones. And maybe someday I'll tell you about my experiences with seeing this film. It's definitely a unique one. But anyway, that is number 4, Predator. Coming in at number 3, The Fly. David Cronenberg is definitely one of my favorite directors. And this film just blew me away when I went to see it. Just a fantastic film. And I did talk more about this on my remakes video recently. But really don't know what more to say about this one that hasn't already been said. It's just fantastic. And that is number 3, The Fly remake. Coming in at number 2, Alien. Like I said, I don't really know what to say about this that I haven't said before or that hasn't been said in other videos. The creature design is just incredible. One of the ones that actually blew me away the first time I saw it. And I remember my buddy that I grew up with, one of my closest friends, had the toy of this, the big action figure. I don't know if you guys remember that one. But it was the first time I could actually sit down and really study the figure and everything, all the detailing and all that kind of went into making this one of the best creatures ever made. But but that is number 2, which should leave no surprise as my favorite creature feature of all time. Scientific horror or science fiction horror movie, um, just one of the best of all time, and is actually also a remake by one of my favorite directors ever, and that is The Thing. I could watch this movie back to back every day. I actually have watched it every day for a while in my past. It's one of the few that my daughter actually doesn't mind, even though it has some gross parts. But just a fantastic film by an incredible director. I really don't know what more to say about this one. Just a fantastic film. Other than the fact that, maybe someday I'll upgrade to the Scream Factory one, but this one's fine for now. But great film. Which brings me to the end of my top 40. Like I said, I've had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you had a lot of fun watching it. And I'm going to leave you with a few that I actually don't own that would have made the list. The Monster, which is a newer Scream Factory title, I do believe. Very good film. probably would have been up in the 30s for me, I think. It's a very good film. Just haven't picked it up yet. Deep Rising. Don't know why I haven't picked that one up yet. I know that I think it's Mill Creek has like a triple pack Blu-ray of that. I'll have to pick it up someday. It's a really good film. Kind of more along the lines of action, creature feature, action horror, sci-fi, sort of. Deep Star 6. I really enjoyed that film. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It's one of the ones that I used to rent a lot back in the VHS days. Humanoids from the Deep. Fantastic film. Actually, don't know why I don't own that one either. But it's a great film. And the one that would rank really, really high on my list if I did own it, which kind of makes me want to go out and get it, is called Exists. If no one has seen that movie, I definitely recommend it. It is a found footage film. Like I said, not a big fan of that subgenre, but I tell you, Exists is a fantastic film. There is such a huge payoff on it. It's a Bigfoot found footage film, but the payoff is phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about it. I know I have talked about it before, and in conversations with a lot of other YouTubers, I've also mentioned it, but just can't stress how much of a fantastic film it is. But if you like what you see and hear, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.